You too, man. We back with another spicy video about that Nolan Williams, if I'm saying his name right. That boy Flacco got some evidence to prove that this boy was murdered, bro.
They murdered that little boy, man. What Nolan Wall's parents found in his phone confirms beyond a reasonable doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, they murdered that little boy, man. They murder him, and the police, the law enforcement agencies, the judges, coroners, everybody in that city responsible for this investigation is working in cahoots to make sure they get away with it.
Hey,
That
his
little
mama
boy
the
was murdered by
judge.
some powerful people in that city. And they making sure them powerful people don't get held accountable. Nolan Wall's family has
Sheesh.
retained the services of Benjamin Crump to ensure Nolan gets justice, however that may be. They brought Benjamin Crump in to launch a private investigation into the death of Nolan because whatever they have seen up until this point, they've seen enough to know they can't trust the local police department. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the only option they had if you take the circumstance into
Boy, that chin
consideration.
strong as
If
hell.
this does end up being a murder investigation, if Nolan was murdered, one of the suspects, Warren Mama, is a sitting judge in the
Facts.
city. It's a small town. They all grew up together. The police department, the sheriffs, the
You think she ain't gonna protect her baby boy?
detectives, people who are investigating this probably is coming in with biases. Oh, nah, Warren wouldn't do no such. Nah, not Ashley's boy. Ashley's boy will do
Them
no
be the
such
main
thing.
ones.
What? Wyatt, Eric? Nah, those are good boys. So they're already coming in with a biased eyes and a biased lens. They're going in.
It's always like that. Just like the preacher daughter. Oh, she's so innocent and she be going. Come on, them be the main ones, bro. The right in front of your eyes. The ones right in front of your eyes. Oh, he's good. No, baby. Girl at night.
To this, assuming these people did nothing wrong and Nolan just got drunk and drowned. Even though every single detail, every single evidence, every single piece
What's
of
in that
information that
phone,
has
baby?
come out has point into the opposite direction of that.
You mentioned earlier there are some contradictions.
Yes.
What gives you confidence or perhaps concern about the investigation so far?
Well, the fact that they continue to tell the family that we don't see it.
Nah, hold on. I feel like even if you drunk, you still know you can't swim. Ain't no drunk and you stupid. I think you drunk, you still know your ass can't swim. I don't know about that,
Any
buddy.
evidence of any foul play, even though you have students who recorded an altercation while they were on the boats of argument where you had Nolan and somebody yelling at one another
My bad, y'all.
on
I
the
had a
boat. So that's the issue. And then you have the young lady make a statement and she says, well, Nolan and I finished talking, and
Mhm.
Nolan said he was going back to the boat. And then the boys on the boat said, no, Nolan told them he was going to stay with her. And so they are conflicting. She's saying he went and got on the boat. They saying he didn't get on the boat. So which is it? And all we know is Nolan is dead.
I've never seen a police department in such a hurry to close out an investigation.
Facts,
They have
too
refused to
fast.
take any of the new evidence into
Fast, like
consideration.
it was
And
too
let's slow it
fast.
down for a second. The story they're giving us doesn't make sense. The story that Nolan friends are giving us doesn't make sense. And it shouldn't make sense to a trained police officer. Nolan came to Horn Island with Wyatt, Warren, and Eric. They were on the boat with Nolan.
Facts.
Wyatt, Warren, and Eric claim they left the island without
But they had his phone.
Nolan. They have no idea where he was, even though they came together. Their excuse is Nolan told us he wasn't going to come with because he was busy talking to this chick called Katie that he liked and he hit it off with while he was on the island. Then Katie said, hell nah, he wasn't going home with me. We actually cut our conversation short because he told me he had to go back to the boat with his friends. So which one is it? Who do we believe, Katie or Warren, Wyatt, and Eric?
Like it do make sense. Like for dude, that's the only way I can see dude like staying like, damn, I'm trying to go home with Shorty. Like that's the only thing that make sense. But them having his phone the whole time,
The reason why I
red
tend to
flag.
believe Katie's account of things is because Ashley Cole, Warren's mama, told on themselves. Look at this right here. Look at how implausible this is, okay? She goes, Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff Department and cooperated fully. He saw Nolan last at around 3 p.m. on July 4th.
Websites your competitors don't want
And
you
they
to
left
know
at
are
4:30.
all you do is go to this website.
And you telling me in an hour and say, "Hey man, I'm gonna see you later. You don't want to ride back? You sure?" Yeah.
And it lets you find out exactly.
You would only ask your homie, hey, bro, you coming with us or you staying? We about to go. You would only ask him that when you are about to go.
Come on.
So if you last saw him at 3 p.m. and that's when you asked him, because again, according to them, they asked him, hey, you coming with or you staying? He said he's staying. Okay, cool. You would only ask that when you're about to go right at that moment. So if you last saw him at 3, then you would have asked him that at 3, but then that wouldn't make sense, because why would you ask him that at 3 when
And not
you
when you
guys
left.
eventually left at 4:30 p.m.? So the last y'all seen Nolan was at 3 p.m. when y'all asked him, hey, you coming with, bro? We about to go. Then y'all stayed an additional hour and 30 minutes. Really? That makes sense? Really? That don't make sense at all.
No.
But this actually coincides with what Katie said, which is, oh, we cut our conversation short because he told me he was headed back to the boat with his friends because they had to go. That would mean that Nolan went back to that boat. Nolan was on that boat. Something happened on that boat. We seen an argument take place on camera of Nolan arguing with somebody on a boat. But the police
argument?
says there's nothing to investigate. There's no foul play. It doesn't make sense. And think about it for a second, okay? So
Did anybody get the Carfax of that boat when they said that boat was having a malfunction? Did they take a look at that boat to see if it did have a malfunction?
they left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taking on water. They had an issue with the bilge pump. First off, okay, if a boat is taking on water,
You ain't
and you guys are about
headed
10 to
back
15
home.
miles away from mainland. So these kids, these inexperienced kids, hopped on a boat that were 10 to 15 miles away from mainland, about what, a 30 to 40-minute ride. The boat was taking on water and they decided to still hop on and go
Hey, bro. Hey, man. Flacco got our detective badge, bro. We be
40
knowing.
minutes back to mainland. How does that make sense? They gave Nolan a heads up they had to go because the boat was malfunctioning. Then they proceeded to stay an additional 1 hour and 30 minutes while the boat was malfunctioning.
Come on.
Then they hopped on the boat that was malfunctioning to sail 15 miles to mainland.
It ain't making sense.
What? What are we?
He don't know what to say. Facts is lost for words. At 3 o'clock, hey, bro, we finna go. The boat is tripping. So why would you wait an hour while the boat is tripping? That's your way home, right? That's like me getting a flat tire. I'm gonna wait an hour, bro, till I mess with the flat tire. No, I'm gonna get this flat tire right then and there. Hey, I need to go get some air pump. Shit.
What are you talking about here, man? Are y'all crazy? Are y'all insane? That's why people is looking at the police department like, yo, you guys is compromised, homie. Now, we not letting Katie off the hook either. Okay? Even though I tend to believe
everybody
Katie's account of things, I'm
guilty
not
till
going as
proven
far
innocent.
as some of the people who know Nolan. I've seen some of Nolan friends on Facebook talking about, yeah, say what y'all want. I'm standing 10 toes behind Katie. She would never do nothing. I said, all it takes is a little white girl, man, to get you niggas to start shucking and jiving, man. Start buck dancing and break dancing for that white woman. Nolan is dead. And you thought the best use of your time was to come on Facebook to comfort Katie as if Katie is a victim in this situation. And another thing, Mary Polk says, I'm standing behind Katie McCormick. I understand y'all don't know her, but me and 1,000 other of us have literally slept, ate, and partied at the McCormick house. Don't forget that's Dixie's child.
Who the hell is Dixie Child? Maury Polk. And another thing, I'm standing behind Katie. Man, that's what the hell they be doing. When somebody too nice, nigga, they covering something, bro. Yeah, it's just like the Get Out shit. They was all happy and giggly. Yeah, then they got your ass. Come on. It's like the Venus flytrap, nigga. It looked like a nice place to land. Wow! That's why I don't trust nothing too nice.
Nolan is dead, and the first thing you think to do is to come on Facebook to comfort Katie. What? Excuse me? Listen,
And
as
it
far
got
as I'm
300
concerned,
likes too.
everybody is a suspect until this gets solved.
Fact.
Sorry, you was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Too bad. Nolan's dead.
Whoever
At
had
least
his
you got
eyes
your
on him.
life, right? I'm sorry, boo-hoo. You got to deal with some suspicion until the investigation is over. Boo-hoo. I feel like if you care about Nolan, that's the least you can do.
Facts.
The least you can do is tolerate some suspicion until the investigation is over with. But y'all are disgusting. Y'all are
Selfish.
disgusting. Y'all love for
That
white
nigga Flacco look just be all over here to the moon.
proximity. Oh my, yo, it is trifling. Now, Katie McCormick responded back and she goes, "What's understood don't have to be said. I love y'all. Just pray for his family and his friends. I'm good. And all I can do is pray for healing over them. This is a terrible situation, all in all." So, now, pray for his friends will indicate they're not friends. So I'm assuming that they probably just met there. He was trying to holler at her. Who knows, man? But with all this coming out, right, we have the timelines that don't match. We got like the fight video that came out. The police don't really care about that either way. So the kid go missing. The kid end up dead. There's a video of him arguing with somebody before his death, and they don't care about that either. Cool. So now the parents found something in his phone, and now all of a sudden the police want to seize the phone.
Which I think it is, bro. I think it got something to do with a female, bro. It got to, bro. Why would bros fall out? Is it about money or females?
Man, y'all better not. Don't forget though the very suspicious and troubling circumstance surrounding Nolan's phone. See, Nolan friends, they claim they left him on the island and they went to the mainland on a boat that was taking water on a 40-minute sail. But they did that though. Okay, cool. So they claim they left Nolan on the island, but somehow they were still in possession of Nolan's phone. They claim he left the phone in the boat. Nolan's mama's like, hell nah, I know my son. My son got detachment issues with that phone.
Facts, ain't nobody leaving a phone in 2026. Who the hell leaving a phone? You can't even go to the bathroom without your phone. Come on, bro.
Ain't no way in heck my son is staying on an island with no phone. Ain't no way in heck my son is staying outside for multiple hours without his phone in his hand. What are you guys talking about?
It's
Heck no.
2026.
Heck no. Now, eventually she went to retrieve the phone, and when she went to retrieve the phone, what she discovered in the phone blows this entire case open.
As far as we know, his mother, Christine, and his father, Elmo, say they haven't gotten any answers. They, have been asked to turn over his cell phone to the Mississippi law enforcement authorities. But even that is troubling to them because they're saying messages that were deleted from his cell phone. So
How? How they know that nigga pass? He ain't got no password on his phone. You shit for me, nigga, it's password and face recognition.
they want to try to dot every I and cross every T and investigate everything.
You can't delete nothing on my phone
They
though.
said it's very improbable that Nolan would not have wanted his cell phone with him if he was going to stay on the island.
Mm-hmm. The deleted text messages on his phone. His parents found that. Who found that out?
Now, well, they got his phone, so they're trying to figure out. There's deletions on the phone, and they're trying to look at what is that about. There's so many inconsistencies going on, and so we're going to have with our investigators and our associates we're going to list all the inconsistencies down. We just got onto the case yesterday, so we have been staying up late with the family, talking to friends, talking to people who were there on that 4th of July, trying to piece together what really
Somebody gonna tell. It's too many people out there, bro.
happened to Nolan Wales.
There were things deleted in a dead man's phone that he didn't have access to. How? How?
Especially the
There
time.
were things deleted.
Especially that must say deleted at. It tell you the time it was deleted. Deleted at 4:04. I thought you left at 4:30. It's like, yeah.
Deleted in a dead man's phone. Understand this. If Nolan's friends were the ones who got into that phone and was able to delete things, hey, what are y'all deleting?
Facts.
What are y'all trying to
What you
hide?
deleting?
Like what exactly are y'all trying to cover up here? What? Now, I don't think they're not savvy enough not to go to recently deleted and delete that in that folder as well.
Facts.
I think what happens is probably the mama's pulling up to get the phone. They probably was running out of time, deleted a couple of things, ain't really have time to fully go to recently deleted and delete the rest. They got to do a full forensic of that phone and figure out what exactly got deleted, when it got deleted.
They gonna get it too.
Even the things that are out of recently deleted, because it was deleted from out of that as well. Find out what it was. Also, too, here's another element.
They can check their phone.
How do you get into a dead man's phone that got Face ID? If, again, we're going by the theory here, if his friends who had possession of his phone that he allegedly left behind, how would they be able to get into that phone that had Face ID on it? There's only one way. Unless you like the parents, right? The family members who could probably contact Apple and get into the dead.
Tell him, nigga, hold the nigga eyes open. No, they be wicked. Oh no.
Man's phone. But if you his homies and you his friends,
Oh no.
the only way you will get into a dead man's phone that has Face ID on it is if you have access to the body. The body is on the boat. You take that body, you put the phone to the body, the phone on lock, and now you have access to the phone. That's the only way. Because can y'all also amuse me as to how y'all think they got into a dead man's phone with Face ID if the body wasn't on
Probably
the boat?
knew the password. Or probably knew the password. Or it was an app running. Or the dude don't have, you know how you can turn the screen on, it can last like a minute, 30 seconds, or he might have that and it don't turn, you don't need to lock until you push the button. Yeah.
Before we even get to what they were deleting, why they deleted it, can we also can we just start step by step? Okay, how did they get into a dead man's phone to delete something? It has Face ID on it. It has security measures. You can only get into that phone if that body was in your possession, and you can cool, blah, blah, blah. Hey, yo, get rid of this. I don't think the things that they saw were the only things that got deleted. Because them kids, if they did do it allegedly, right? Because we dealing with mama.
All we gotta do is ping the Bingler location. Like if they phone say they was next to that man, like where was they phone binging at? Send me wherever that body was found. Let's see where the phone location was at. Bing in this area, and they was in the same area. That's all we gotta do. Bing that phone. Where was that body found, and where's the last location they phone was at?
As judges here, but we gotta be careful, homie. If them kids did do it, they savvy enough to delete things out of recently deleted. I can promise you that. I think they ran out of time and just got to deleting some things last minute. I'm telling you, this is getting
them boys was on ChatGPT. How do I do it?
And spooky. And the police got the nerve to say, "Yeah, give us the phone." Man, never give you guys the phone. Benjamin Crump is so savvy, he's taking Nolan and taking him to DC for an independent autopsy because he don't even trust the local people to do it. Because that's
smart. That's smart. But at the same time, as you say, you think they down there, they everywhere else. These your dentists, your doctors, your nurses. Some people just abide by a different rule, bro.
They're all in cahoots, and I agree. I co-sign that. But the police department that has ignored all the evidence, that have rushed to quickly say, "Man, there's no signs of foul play here. He died. He drowned." That police department now wants quite possibly the biggest smoking gun in this case. Hell nah. Hell nah.
Facts.
Send it off to an independent agency. Let them do the investigation. You better not give that police unrestricted access to that phone. That phone comes back with everything wiped out, man. All the evidence gone, man.
Oh, we lost
I'm
it.
telling
It
y'all.
broke. Malfunction.
But Ben Crump has confirmed, they're taking Nolan Wells for an independent autopsy because they don't trust nothing that's going on in that small town. They believe that everybody is in cahoots.
Going to have him flown to a medical examiner in Washington, D.C., where his body will be preserved to do an autopsy to study every aspect of if he had.
You should never said that. You should have kept that to yourself. Now they know exactly where you finna go, where his body. Yeah, I think you should have
Any
kept that on the
physical
hush.
injuries to his body beyond drowning.
Mm-hmm. And where are you in that process now?
The body is going to be flown today. We expect to have the results of that independent autopsy on.
We're going to wait for that autopsy, but if the theory here is he got thrown overboard, what would the autopsy show? If he was just a poor swimmer, they threw him overboard, he drowned. What would the autopsy show exactly? But we're going to wait, man. But this is some bad stuff, man. This is some bad stuff here.
I advise everybody to learn how to swim, I don't even know how to doggy pedal, but I'm gonna learn how to swim real soon, bro. I'm gonna get the balls to know how to swim. Cause it's just the fact that man.
Here, bro. It sounds like a young black boy
You
got
think they
murdered
forced
in
him
cold
underwater?
blood. And, the people who allegedly did it are probably going to get away with it because they're powerful. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this?
What do I think? What do we think, chat? What do we think? I don't know. Small towns, we all seen them scary movies. The mama is the judge. I feel like the mama just got ties, bro. When you got connections, it's hard, bro. And it's a small town like that. I think it's Mississippi. Ain't it? What they known for? Come on, bro. But think positive. I hope they get their ass, cause that's wrong, man. Especially friendship, bro. We supposed to be brothers, homies, and come on, bro. So that I hope they get whatever they deserve, and the family just get to know what really happened, man. Cause not knowing what happened to your baby boy or your son or your family member, your cousin, you don't know. That's the part that keep you up at night. So I wish everybody the best, man. Keep your mind together, and let's hope we find out what really happened. Cause that's crazy.